In this city, if you lose your job, you lose your life. No money, no rent, no food, no respect. And in Brighton Estate, 5 men decided who would work and who would go home to hunger. They called themselves the Committee. Before sunrise every morning, men gathered at the old construction yard near the estate gate. Masons, carpenters, painters, laborers, strong men, broken eyes. They didn't come to look for work, they came to beg for it. Because in Brighton Estate, work didn't come from companies, it came from the Committee. 5 men with big bodies and bigger mouths. If you wanted your name on the list, you paid. If you didn't pay, you went home. If you complained, your name was crossed out forever. People feared them more than the police because the Committee controlled jobs. And in this city, jobs are survival. One morning, something happened that nobody forgot. A young man called Kunle ran into the yard crying. "My baby is dead," he said. "She was sick all night. I need money to bury her. Please, just give me work today." The men went quiet. Kunle knelt. One of the committee members laughed. "So your child is dead. That is not our problem." Kunle pulled out the little money he had. It was not enough. Boss Kola, the leader, kicked it away. "Carry your dead baby and get out of here." Kunle cried like a child, but nobody helped him. That morning, many men went home angry and silent. That night, even the loudest men in Brighton Estate could not forget Kunle's cry. The yard that never slept, slept badly. Among them was Sadiq, 32, slim, quiet, always wearing the same brown jacket. Sadiq had lost his job as a security guard months earlier. Since then, he had been doing small labor work to feed his younger sister, Aisha, who was still in school. Every morning, Sadiq watched. Hands changing hands, names being called, men being humiliated. And every morning the same question burned inside him. How long will we keep kneeling? That evening, Sadiq came home to darkness. No light, no fan, no food. Aisha sat on the floor with her books. "Power has gone again," she said softly, "and I'm hungry." Sadiq sat beside her. Inside, his heart was heavy. What if I can't get work tomorrow? What if she drops out of school because of me? He forced a smile. "I will fix this," he said. That night, Sadiq did not sleep. He kept seeing Kunle's face, men kneeling, names crossed out, and a voice in his heart kept saying, "If you keep quiet, you are part of it." The next morning, when the committee started collecting money, Sadiq stepped forward. "I won't pay," he said calmly. The yard froze. Boss Kola looked at him. "You want to be a hero?" "I just want to work," Sadiq replied. "Work should not be sold." Boss Kola stood. "From today, nobody gives you work in this estate." Fear rose in Sadiq's chest. What about Aisha? What if this destroys us? But he swallowed it. "Then so be it," he said, and he walked away. Men whispered, "He is finished. He will starve. He has signed his death." For days, Sadiq got no work. He went home empty-handed. Aisha tried to smile, but her eyes were worried. One night she asked, "Brother, did you offend someone?" Sadiq looked at her thin face. "I just refused to kneel." She held his hand. "Then don't kneel," she said. "I will manage." Her words gave him strength and fear. What if my courage hurts her, he thought. But Sadiq did not stay idle. Every morning he still went to the yard, not to beg, not to kneel. He stood at a corner and he watched. Hands changing hands, names erased, threats whispered, and quietly he recorded everything on his phone. Nobody noticed. They thought he was broken, but Sadiq was preparing. One afternoon, trouble came. The committee caught Tunde, a young man trying to go to a site without paying. They beat him in front of everyone. Blood dropped on the sand. People turned away. Sadiq held fire in his chest. If I stay quiet now, I will never forgive myself, he thought. He stepped forward. Leave him, Sadiq said. Boss Kola turned. So you have come back to die? You are not gods, Sadiq said. You are just thieves with loud voices. They rushed at him, dust, shouting. Sadiq defended himself. Not wild, not cruel, controlled. He moved like someone who had been trained long ago and never forgot. 2 men fell. The crowd gasped. Boss Kola shouted, "Call the police!" Then he leaned close and whispered, "If you don't stop this nonsense, your little sister will suffer." Sadiq's heart skipped. They know about Aisha. Fear tried to choke him, but he stood firm. When the police arrived, Boss Kola pointed. "Arrest him, he attacked us." The officer stepped forward. Sadiq raised his phone. "Before you touch me, watch this." Videos played. Hands changing hands, threats, insults. Kunle chased away. Papa Dan crossed out, one after another. People murmured. Phones came out. "Record, record." Sadiq spoke louder. "For weeks I recorded these men. I sent everything to bloggers, journalists, and workers' unions. By now, it's already online." Phones buzzed. "It's on Facebook. It's on WhatsApp. Everybody is sharing it." Boss Kola shouted, "This boy is lying." But his voice shook. The police officer stepped back. "This is serious. We are taking all of you in." The crowd erupted. "Thieves! Oppressors! Leave our jobs alone!" Boss Kola tried to run, but the people he once ruled blocked him. That day, the committee fell. By evening, reporters filled the yard. Victims spoke. Stories poured out. Kunle returned, crying as he spoke of his child. Papa Dan spoke. Tunde spoke. Truth flooded the place. The men who once ruled were taken away in handcuffs. And for the first time in years, the yard breathed. Days later, new rules came. No middlemen, no bribes, fair lists. Companies sent their own supervisors to pick workers. Men got jobs without paying. That evening, Sadiq came home with food. Real food. Aisha smiled like she hadn't in months. "You didn't kneel," she said. Sadiq hugged her. "No," he said. "We stood." One morning, Sadiq packed his small bag. Aisha looked at him. "Where are you going?" He smiled. "There are other yards like this, other committees, other people who think they are gods." She hugged him tight. "Be careful." "I will," he said, and he left. In Brighton Estate, people still talk about him. Some say he was once a journalist. Some say he studied law. Some say he was just a hungry man who got tired of injustice. Nobody really knows. But even today, when men gather before sunrise, they still point to a corner of the yard and say, "That's where Sadiq stood." And whenever someone tries to sell jobs again, people say, "Remember Sadiq. Don't kneel." Because in a world full of fear, it only takes one person to stand. Wickedness looks strong, but truth is stronger, and courage is stronger than both. If this story touched your heart, if it reminded you not to kneel before injustice, please support this channel. Subscribe, like this video, and share it with someone who needs courage today. Drop a comment and tell us, what did you learn from Sadiq's story? Until next time,